get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up.
Back up.
I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay, you ready? Mike 51. Watch the slant.
On first down, Daniels. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
Got it. 51.
First and 10 at the 45.
Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let's go. Come across. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. That's it. Mike 51. Mike 51. We got it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
57.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Taylor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got you.
They'll run with Taylor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr, and this is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Trey Flowers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. This is taken at the 18. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Come on, QB, come on.
2nd and long. And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Hey, check. Mike 57.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Touchdown, Detroit. Robbie Anderson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Watch the flags. Watch the flags. Watch twits. Watch twits. Check 37. Check 37. Hatchet.
To throw again. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He's coming. Double up. Raider 1. Double up. Check. Crunch. Protein spill. 93.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Throwing again. Carr. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Carr to throw again. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Mike, 53, 29. 53 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Carr. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see you. Hey, 734.
To throw again. Carr, and he's got the hook up to Moore. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. Thomas has got it, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Carr now on 1st down. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
6-18.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Ready. 51. Watch a slack. Watch a slack.
Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Daniels throwing deep for Gallup. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Lions. 46 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1 yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
You ain't going nowhere.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you have to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
From the gun now on third down. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. Hit pay dirt.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 29-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He's going to rifle one into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's go. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Delta. Mike 51. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Daniels. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Raiders.
It's first. Check. Hey, orbit.
From midfield, here's Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Raider first down, 17 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Topper!
Now Carr again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 25.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much...
He's got a man, complete! And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
On first down, Daniels. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
They'll run with Bawden. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Here we go. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They come out here in the eye. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Hey, watch it. Check. Check out, bro.
A final shot before break. Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Don't get nervous.
Throwing on second down. Carr. He'll get this one complete to Terry Godwin. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Check 49. Check
637. Express.
Motion. 53's the mic. Hey, echo. 53's the mic. Here we go. Mike, 53.
On first down, Carr. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Carr. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
That QB's traps. Let's go.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Mike, 57.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Check 43.
On first down, Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 53's Mike. Let him know. Let him know.
Easy, kill.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Open man is Higgins. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
First down, Raiders.
Express.
Motion to
Hey, Raider 2.
Deuce. Check 26. Check 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Rashard Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies...
Express.
53's the mark.
To throw his car. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Darren Lee there to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down. Daniels throwing deep for Galladay. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Lions. 46 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
You're mine.
Now Carr. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
But it's now third down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Check it back. Check it back.
Hold on. You draw quarters. 93. 93. 82.
Operating from the gun. Carr. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. Carr now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 38, Carr. And Thomas has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
First down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On third and long, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 17. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the 32-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, here's Breida. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr going for Metcalf on the... It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them 1 closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Fellas, let's set a tone.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, they work this well upfield across the 45. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 14-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 57 to end it. 57. I'm coming. I'm coming.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13. Today's final score, Lions.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.